Hi everyone, I want to ask you a question today. So, what is the first thing that pops in your mind when you hear the name James Parkinson? I bet the first thing is definitely the disease that bears his name, otherwise known as paralysis agitans or the shaking palsy. James Parkinson wrote actually a treatise on the shaking palsy, explaining its essence and its symptoms. For example, the involuntary tremulous motion, but also the inability to feed, to walk, to chew, to speak. Also, the propensity to bend your trunk forward. I have a picture for you. So this picture shows the instability and the rigidity of a person who's affected by Parkinson's disease. And all of these symptoms with your intellect and your senses being completely uninjured. So besides the condition, besides Parkinson's disease, we know thanks to Cherry Lewis, who wrote the book The Enlightened Case of Mr. Parkinson. So here I have the cover for you in case you want to read it. Published in England in 2017, we were able to depict a vivid portrait of James Parkinson because it was more than just an unpleasant form of dementia. James Parkinson was a polymath. He cultivated interests from fossils to politics. This enlightened figure was internationally known for his geological work, and he was awarded with a prize for his splendid work on organic remains. I also have a picture for you here. So in this illustration, you can actually observe a crinoid that Parkinson called the stone lily. As I said, another interest was politics. He was an active politician and a fervent supporter of the French Revolution principles. He joined the London Corresponding Society to pursue the objective of parliamentary reforms, in particular universal male suffrage. He was the author of anti-government pamphlet, and later he was also involved in the so-called Pop Gun plot, a conspiracy to assassinate the Mad King. Who's the Mad King? He was George III. I have in the book a sketch of the conspiracy. Actually, in the book it's very interesting because you can find a lot of illustration from that period, from the Enlightenment. So here is the picture. And it's actually a sketch which was saved from the Crossfield trial, so a trial that also involved James Parkinson. Let's remember that Parkinson's permanence in England was jeopardized because of this trial, since he was accused of the highest crime a civil could ever commit in his life. I absolutely recommend this book because it provides an insight into Parkinson's colorful character, which was actually overshadowed by his own discovery of the Parkinson's disease, and it also offers an insight into the Age of Enlightenment. Cherry Lewis also analyzes the hierarchy of the medical doctors in the 18th century, giving details about their roles in society. I'm actually very satisfied because when I will be asked in the future about the figure of James Parkinson, I will be aware of the character facets and of his personality. Not only be aware of the disease that logically is paired with his fame. Thank you for your attention.